from you have life, then everything nicer. Love all your elders, please be polite. Even when you're hurting, don't forget to smile. Give love to all nation, big or small. When you do good, you'll get your reward. United we stand, divided we fall. Put a smile on your face and greet one and all.
Life, it ain't easy. Oh, it's so tough. It ain't easy.
What you gonna do, say what you gonna do.
Put a smile on your face. Make the world a better place. Put a smile on your face.
What you gonna do, say what you gonna do.
Put a smile on your face.
Alright.
Make the world a better place. Put a smile on your face.
What you gonna do, say what you gonna do.
Put a smile on your face. Make the world a better place. Put a smile on your face.
What you gonna do, say what you gonna do.
Put a smile on your face.
Come on, smile.
Make the world a better place. Put a smile on your face.
What you gonna do, say what you gonna do. People love you when you smile and hate you when you screw. Lots of happiness, Rasta know we are wishing you. You could have come from Jamaica or on a low low. Hey, keep a smile on your face and see the good that you do. When me say up a door, smile and everything will be fine. You don't know all the vibe kicking me inside. I love it when you smile. You look beautiful like that. Come again from top. Your dimples are so cute. A lot of happiness in smile.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Karen. I'm going to be your facilitator today. I'm loving seeing that Sue. I'm so glad you're feeling better. Everyone's lighting their candles and everybody's ready for their 3-day weekend. I must admit, I'm a little jealous. I work tomorrow. But like I said, my name is Karen. I am your facilitator today. Those of you who have been with me all month, I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. And I have a little different take today. And so fingers crossed that you're going to love it. If you have your journal, grab it, something to write with. I'm definitely enjoying still my SIPA pins from Amazon, 18 for like $10. So last time I said it, someone found them for 4 on Amazon. And I was a little bit jealous of that deal. Make sure everything is that your chat is set to everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. We have so much to get done today in all the best possible ways. Just by being here, you are entered in the self-care raffle. So let's go ahead and dig in. Unless you've been living under a rock, that you know that this month is all about adoration. And I've been perfectly honest that this is not one of the themes that has resonated really well with me. So I've taken a different perspective on it, and I look at as adoring or romancing myself. And, you know, there's nothing better than taking time out for yourself. I did a good, my hair's still wet, did a good shampoo, and do a facial mask after this. I'm gonna do all those things that feel good for me. So our agenda for today is we're gonna do an adoration activity. We're gonna do our wacky weekly side up, and we're gonna close. Apparently talking is hard for me this time of day. So before we dig into that activity, I found this on my Facebook feed today, and I thought it was absolutely fabulous as an introduction for where we're getting started today. So sometimes the strength within you is not a big fiery flame for all to see. It is just a tiny spark that whispers softly, "You got this. Keep going." So I want you to keep that in mind. Oh, Rochelle, it was on your feet too. I love this. I want you to keep it in mind as we go through this activity. You're going to turn to a blank page in your journal. If you've been doing the daily rituals and a lot of socials, they may be hard to come by. You may find that you can do it under your weekly Sunday or on that scratch section in your weekly setup. And up at the top, we're going to title Celebrate Yourself. And I focused when I did this on this past week, and I'm going to share a little bit about what it is that I did. And then I'm going to go through the rest of the activity with you. If you've been in bed all week because you've been sick or whatever, you can take it for the month. You can take it to what's happening the rest of this year from January. There's no wrong or right way to do this activity. However it is that you want to celebrate, do it. So I just brain dumped everything I could think of that I could celebrate. And these are very small things. My week was nothing special, guys. I taught all my classes this week. If you've been with me since January, you know that I have been sick and still recovering. Helping my coworkers, covering other shifts, napped when needed, time in the evening with my husband. We're watching clickbait on Netflix. My mat Pilates class got a compliment. I didn't get any negative feedback from my boss on one of my classes that she took. I asked someone for help. I took time to read. I did a fast meal prep from Trader Joe's instead of a real meal prep. I got out of bed on time. I put on my lashes. I took them off before today because I like to keep them fresh. Put lotion on my feet, and I changed where I'm doing my morning ritual. So you can see these are very, very small things. So what you're going to do is you're going to brainstorm out the small things that you can celebrate, the things that you go cheers to, or you high five yourself about. They don't need to be big. And then I want you to circle the one that stands out for you the most, the one that was really hard for you. And for me, it was taking naps, because Monday morning, I woke up at 3 a.m. with a rash all over my face, and I still don't know what I had an allergic reaction to. And instead of just doubling down, I took the time and I took care of my body and I rested. It was hard for me, but I did. So I wrote beside it, I circled it, and I put big win beside it. So by taking those naps that I needed, it allowed my body to heal and gave me some time to do some things that I actually enjoyed. So you're going to brainstorm your little wins for this week. You're going to select one and say, why is it a win? How did it benefit you? I'm going to turn my camera off. I'm going to turn some music on, and I'm going to let you guys get started on it. Love to hear what your big win is in the chat and why it was a win for you. How did it impact the rest of your week? Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Welcome back. I've seen so many wonderful things to celebrate. The ones that resonate for me a lot have to do with being an advocate for yourself, setting boundaries, and doing it with, even the doctor and being an advocate for yourself when you're trying to get down to some business that you need taken care of for your physical body. I saw someone had done some dog fostering. Someone had kept up with their yoga even on travel days. That's impressive. Cleaning out closets, helping friends. All of these things are so amazing. And Lauren just bought some new workout clothes that fit. That's awesome. As a Pilates instructor, 2 thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys sharing it. It really it gave me all the feels. You can see, I'm like, oh, hopefully it did for you guys too. We're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to our weekly section of our planner because we got a lot to do today. And the pages that we are looking at are page 46 and page 47. I love using tabs in my journal. I find that it really does help me keep up with my habit trackers and such in my monthly section as well as my weekly section. So we're going to look at this layout. We're going to break it down page by page. I'm going to show you some examples, and then I'm going to show you other people's examples of that one page, give you some time to work. But if you're inspired, write things down, use that little scratch section. I'm going to be sharing some posts from our Instagram feed from Silk and Saunders. So if you're like, oh, I remember she had that, where was it? The Instagram feed on Silk and Saunders, and you'll be able to find of it. Now, this is not mine. I am not nearly as talented as this wonderful woman is, but look at this gorgeous artistic spread. I just absolutely adore the colors, the stickers, her beautiful handwriting. This is what hers look like, and it is absolutely beautiful. She posts every Sunday. She does this at her house. She doesn't even come to the socials, and this is her me time. And for those of you who are absolutely creative, this is awesome. That's, as you'll see, not what mine looks like. I love it. I wish mine did, but it doesn't. But mine still works. It's still a mental health tool. It still keeps me grounded. It still changed my life, even though mine is not nearly as pretty. So the first section we're going to look at is this week, I want to feel. And this can be a word, it could be a sticker, it could be a quote, it could be a song title or lyric, it could be a sentence. There's no right or wrong way to be able to do this. So in mine, you're going to see 1 week I said glowing, energized, in control. And then I'm going to throw up those feelings wheel. And that way you're going to have an opportunity to identify, if you're using one word, what feeling you might want to do. I'm not going to put the feelings wheel up again. So work your way from that inside out 6 feelings. Maybe I am feeling love, but love doesn't really fit quite enough. I go out to longing, and I'm like, that's not quite it either. And then I'm like, sentimental. That's the way I want to feel this week, because it's not really, but it's my wedding anniversary, or those types of things. My child's first birthday. So I'm going to give you just a split second for you to be able to, if you're using one word, to be able to write it down in that section of your journal. Go ahead and share in the chat. I see Alive, Creative, because Evangeline got some yarn. Denise has Inner Peace. Danielle, Powerful. Lauren, Tenderness. Uplifted. I want to be brave, eager, optimistic, grounded, rest, reset, bold, carefree, peaceful, good vibes only. Independent, positive, triumphant. Oh, this has gone fast. You guys are amazing. I love it. I want to live with passion. Stable, balanced, hopeful, calm. Anybody have a song lyric that they're going to want to use, or a quote that they're going to be using in there? It's just out of curiosity. If you are, throw it in the chat. I never do. I just identify that one feeling. We're going to move on to our next section. Oh, it looks like Alexandra, infinite 1% meetings, just getting started on my goals, because getting started is the first and the hardest step. Oh, I like that. That's really good. Oh, I really like that. Oh, sentimental, Danny. Happy first birthday to your first baby. Sue says, I am the fire by hailstorm. That's so cool. I love it. I always thought I was a music person until I started working with the facilitators here. Turned out I'm not a music person. They are. Every month when they brainstorm what the next month's theme is going to be with all the songs, man, they are incredible. When you say good as hell by Lizzo, love it. So we're going to head on to that weekly to do. And it may not be your favorite place, and you may decide to repurpose it. And if you're repurposing it, throw it in the chat so that we know how it is that you are doing it. One member that has always resonated with me is she go ahead and writes out her to-dos, but then she puts a pretty sticky note with a sticker on top so that when she's opening her journal, it's not like right there in her face, giving her a case of the Sunday scaries or the Monday scaries or the Wednesday scaries, you know? So I really do like that. But if that's not really resonating with you, and this is from our Instagram feed, you can keep a distractions list. This is one way to be able to repurpose it. Examples, I get distracted when I scroll through social media, end up binging an entire TV series. I feel like I have to respond to a casual message ASAP. I don't know if that resonates with any of you, but it definitely does for me. So that's one way that you can repurpose it. Whitney says she does her 3 major goals for the week in that section. It can also be a to-do list. I learned this term from Gretchen Rubin from the Happier podcast. And so it's basically writing the list of your accomplishments, all the ta-das that you want to do. If you finished a report or you hit every day with your yoga with Adrian, or you ordered the birthday cake for your kid's birthday, or whatever it is that you needed to get done and you got it done. You write it down, you put a little star sticker beside it, check it off, and it feels good. Raquel says she uses a list of her weekly priorities. Now, if neither of these resonate with you and you definitely want to use it as a to-do list, you can think of your to-do list in this way. Our quadrants: urgent, non-urgent, important, not so important, due. Things with clear deadlines and clear consequences for not hitting those deadlines. Like, you can't forget your kids at school. They're not going to be happy. They're going to hold that against you for a long time. Or decide things that are without a set deadline. I have to move myself out of my way so I can read off my screen. And that they're easy to procrastinate on, like exercise. Oh, that's a good one to procrastinate. I did that myself today. Not so important. Delegate. Busy work, things that need to be done but don't need your expertise to complete them, like the laundry. My husband does the laundry. I can delegate that to him. Your kids can fold the laundry and put it away, those types of things. Or maybe you pay your babysitter extra $5 this week and let her fold the laundry and put it away. And then the final, delete. Distractions that make you feel worse about getting absolutely nothing done. Okay, in moderation. Like binging that TV show or spending hours on social media. So some of those things. Now, there's nothing wrong with binging TV. Just be intentional about it, saying I'm setting this time aside versus that you're trying to preoccupy your mind. Sue says she tries to make one on my end of the week report for work each week. So yeah, you could kind of make that to-do list at the beginning of your week to celebrate the end of your last one. Mine are nothing special, but here's some examples for the next couple of weeks. They basically are to do. Some of them are work related, some are personally related. The one that I need to remember that cannot be delayed is my dog's seizure pills. So the one for this week is right in the center. I'm also, it looks like we're finally, knock on wood, selling our condo, even though we moved into the new house. So that means that we're going to be able to redo my backyard, which has been on my vision board. So let's move on to our goals section. Alexandra says that she repurposes it each time with a productivity or motivation quote. I like that. Yes, I cannot wait to redo my backyard. Being in Northern California, we do, except for when the fires hit, have a lot of beautiful weather to be able to enjoy it outside. So when I write my goals for the week, I do try to go back and look at my intentions and habits that I started at the beginning of the month. And maybe, especially at this point in the month when your motivation can lag a little bit, very normal. Mine absolutely does. I go back, I look, and if I'm not succeeding at one of my intentions or something, I might put that down as one of my goals or my habits. I may break a daily habit into smaller parts. I might make a bingo board for my goals so I can check them off. And I might use those stickers, the little gold star, to put next to it. Oh my gosh, y'all, I subscribed to, what is it, Pip Sticks for the very first time. And I got my first package yesterday. You would have thought that I was 7 years old. I was over the moon with all those stickers. I cannot wait to use them in my March journal. Love stickers. So, looking at these goals, someone else loves Pip Sticks too. It was all about books this month too. Oh, I love it. Yes, I do love Meg B makes stickers too, if you haven't noticed. Okay, you are 90% more likely to reach your goals when you speak your goals to a group of people. And guess what, guys? The chat counts as talking, totally works. And to have regular check-ins with the group. That's what we're here for. That's why we have these weekly check-ins, right? Love it. So keep that in mind when you're writing your goals. We talked last week about having those SMART goals, making sure they're measurable. I'm not going to dive in deep into that today, but having those measurable goals does let you know when you have succeeded with them. Instead of saying, I'm going to do more yoga, saying, I'm going to do 15 minutes of yoga a day, that you can measure it. I did that with my kids when I was school teaching a lot. Here are some of my goals for the last few weeks. This week for me, number 3 is listen to my body. So it's not something to really accomplish like a to-do. It's something that I need to do as my energy comes back. Yeah, why not include a massage? Absolutely. Do some Pilates for me, not just teaching, trying to finish those mat hours. I haven't felt good enough to do it. 5 hours left on that mat, but I'm going to get it. And then sometimes, it is things that are drinking my tea outdoors to remind me to enjoy that vitamin D and the sunshine out there. Or maybe it is that snow some of you were talking about. Nora says she makes what I am good at list. Oh, that's awesome. And if you're wondering what those SMART goals are, Jennifer, are amazing. Stage manager and color page extraordinaire stage manager. She's great at everything she does, but man, I love doing her coloring socials. If you haven't done one, you really should check it out. Habits and activities. This one people really struggle with, coming up with your goals versus your habits. And you know what? Everybody can weigh in with something different in the chat. It may enlighten someone, but there's no right or wrong way. And you can definitely repurpose this too. So let's talk about habits of highly mindful people. And that's you guys, right? Because we're all here to deal with the mindfulness. You focus on one task at a time. You get fresh air. You practice your gratitude. I have not written mine for the last 2 days in my journal. I'm going to do that right after this. They prioritize rest. And they journal, just like all of us are doing right now. So you already have these habits. Now, I've also pulled, this is from that Instagram page as well. I've also pulled some of their examples. Then I'm going to show you some other members' examples, and then I'm going to give you some time to fill out this full page. So I really love these. And, I should mention that some people use this as a project checklist for like knitting, or if they're writing a book, pages, breaking things down into section. This is really good for that as well. Also, the habits that you list in your monthly are usually things you want to do daily, where these are things that you may want to do like 2 or 3 times a week, or 5, like weekday type thing. So some of the things that might resonate with you, I like to use mine trying to write a routine, like my morning and evening routine. So here's some examples of morning routine: fresh air, decluttering, set 3 daily to-dos, schedule in breaks. You can use your cell phone for that with those little alarms. Unplug and unwind. Maybe you're trying to set an evening unplug before bedtime, read for 5 minutes. Ooh, I read for a lot longer than that. That's my problem. Love to read. Fill in your gratitude log, pamper yourself, stretch for 5 minutes. And then maybe you're looking at healthy habits instead. So maybe it's tidying up the common area. Maybe in my house, it's the bar right in front of the kitchen where, the stuff that you put down just kind of accumulates. So you might want to tidy up that, it won't take more than 2 or 3 minutes. Getting fresh air, taking that screen break, daily intentions, journal for 5 minutes. So those are some ones that might resonate with you as well. And I just realized that look how perfectly it's like you can almost not tell where the slide begins and the picture begins. It's the little things, guys. It's the little things. Here's some of my examples for the last little bit. I'm going to say that you're noticing the one in the middle again is mine from this week. I have put stickers over a couple of the lines, 3 to be exact, I think, because I have not been as successful as I wanted to be. And so I'm trying to read a chapter from 30 Days Chic, my daily of Simple Abundance, and then my daily 3 for journaling, which is a program that I'm doing from a life coaching seminar. I was doing my daily ritual, but this is it is me noticing what's not working for me. So you can see I was doing my daily rituals, and it turns out that I like to binge my daily rituals. I do a lot of administrative work on Fridays, and so I like every hour to take that 5 to 10 minutes to clear my mind, and then I'm finding I'm more productive when I'm doing it. So this is always a work in progress, and I learn new things about myself every week. So it always is a little bit different. So there you go. That's actually a great idea because I need to do that. Sometimes I hate the look of scratching it out. Yeah, stickers, washi tape, those kinds of things are definitely great. So the one from last week I kept up there because her lettering is absolutely beautiful. You can see on the left, she's breaking things down into like subcategories. She's doing things some days twice a week, some days 6 days a week. She is running away from her stress. She's finishing her library books, and she's not internalizing other people's stress. Love it, right? This is very powerful. The person on the right is a little bit different take on it. You can see some of it looks like it's her to-do list because it's already checked off. And then it looks like there's a couple of things that she is. Oh, the one on the right, Tina, thanks for posting it. If I'm missing anything in it, please elaborate on that. She's got a beautiful sticker on there to be able to show how it is that she's feeling. She's saying she's getting it done. And guess what? She's not overloading herself with tons of goals. And I love that. She's writing a letter. She's slow to react at work. That one's a tough one. It's organizing one item at work, going to the rec center. And as y'all have taught me, and I don't have it on because it's charging, but now I'm trying to close my rings because I got an Apple Watch for Valentine's Day. So now I know what it means. So love it. These are 2 examples. I got a few more for you guys. I keep having to move my little picture out of the way. Oh, I'm going to move it up to my second screen. You can tell this one is definitely beautiful with the pink, very February. She put a sticker there, and there's nothing wrong with repurposing the area that doesn't resonate with you. And so she said she wanted to be relaxed. She was getting her meds adjusted. I've been there. That is tough. Deep clean and to read one book. I'm down with that goal. She's hydrating, skincare, and she is probably, my guess, is either reading a Brene Brown book or listening to a podcast, maybe. If this is you, oh, Cheyenne, it is yours on the left. Tell us what you're doing with that Brene Brown one. And then on the right, this one is a little bit different. Her to-do, she's got some fun things in there as well as the other ones. She's got her blood test and her supplements, but she's also reading and having a Valentine's Day. And she's creating a happiness Spotify playlist, which really can set your tone for the rest of your week when you're working. Oh, Victoria, this is beautiful. Thank you for sharing. And you can tell on the right, the way she wants to feel is a phrase, mindful of my thoughts and feelings. And then she's completing one, I don't know what that is. GWERS, enlighten us. Place affirmations around the house and journal about one coping card. And she's doing her yoga twice a week, her daily rituals, her chore chart, her daily stoic passage, and meditating. These are beautiful. I love it. Thank you guys for sharing so much. It is so wonderful to be able to post yours up there for other people to see, other people's besides mine, because mine isn't going to work for everybody else. And you guys are definitely prettier. Oh, a jewelry course she's taking. I don't think I said that right, but I'm assuming nature type things. I'm gonna have to look up all these things because these sound very interesting. I like it. Okay, I think I have one more. No, I'm going to take you right into the habits. If you are struggling, I'm going to leave this up while I give you some time to work, and feel free to steal from one of these. Um, Take inspiration from the others. Throw if you're repurposing into the chat. All the good things. I'll be back in a few minutes. Put some music on and let you guys get to it. Welcome back. We're gonna head into our next section, which is our meal plan section. Seems like Gilded Age, everybody's liking. Is that the one from the great Downton Abbey people? Meal plan. Maybe it doesn't work for you. Maybe you are spontaneous, or maybe it's triggering for you to use it as a meal plan. You don't need to use it that way. You could use it as a dream log. You could use it as affirmations, quotes. You could put your study plan if you're doing knitting or academics, doesn't matter what, you can definitely always have that study plan. How you felt about how you ate, like if you're trying to find if something's triggering an allergy within you. Maybe it's one salad, two fruit, three water, and some people use it to track their meditations. Pill tracking for your pets or yourself. Last week, someone said they used this section to record family games like Uno, and I thought that that was awesome. One clutter clearing area a day, like a drawer. And then someone else talked about tarot card pools. That one is not one that I have a lot of experience with, but it seems like a lot of you guys really jive on that. So, you do you, make this journal work for whatever it is that you need it to work for. Definitely people use it for those affirmations too. Here's some examples of mine. I used it as the meal plan one week. I used it as a meditation log one week. That didn't really work out so well for me. I'm gonna list it for Pilates observations this week and see how it is that I do. Oh, Jen saying she's talking about her leftovers so that they don't eat bad food. And also you're not wasting food either, which is a win-win for the planet. Now, this is a fun one. Just really just fun. If you're someone who likes to use this section for affirmations, once again, I pulled this off the Instagram section. If you want to jot down the affirmation for your sign, feel free. Mine is, I am worthy of celebrating myself. So there you go. Yeah, our Instagram feed is awesome. They just posted, I think you saw it in the app, 50 journaling prompts. So yeah, make sure if you're on Instagram they always are producing new content. They've even done a few Instagram lives too. It's really good content, as you can see. I mean, that's where I'm pulling it from. Okay, let's move on to that mind, body, health plan. So you have plenty of time to work. You might write how it is that you want to feel, the steps that you're taking, your self-care wins. You could be thematic, meditation Monday, music Monday, a cleaning schedule. Did I feel the way that I wanted to? A schedule for the others. So there you go. Now, I have a few more ideas for this slide. If you're looking for those weekly self-care ideas, skincare, bath, pajamas, journal, hot tea, sparkling water. That's why I got my hot tea here. Ice, coffee, water, unplugging, reading, journaling, baking, watching an awesome show that everybody's talking about at the bottom, including that Gilded Age. Sorry, guys. Apparently, when I took the screenshot, my little arrow was in the middle of it as well. So this is one way that you could definitely use this. But maybe you were with me earlier in the month when we talked about love languages. And maybe you want to treat yourself in your love language, like words of affirmation, writing down your daily affirmation, your physical touch. Maybe you jade roll or give yourself a little hand massage, your skincare, receiving gifts. Maybe you treat yourself to that cake pop at Starbucks. Those are really good. Or you order in for Takeout Tuesday. Quality time. Maybe it's time just alone looking out the window, or your meditation. Acts of service. Maybe you declutter or cook a meal for yourself. Or maybe it really jives for you to do a random act of kindness for someone else. Wasn't random act of kindness last week? Yeah, totally. So these are definitely on the Instagram, but I got one more idea for you here. Some of you liked when we talked about the types of rest a few months ago. I read a whole article about it, but ultimately there's even a quiz you can take if you just Google types of rest quiz, and it can tell you what it is that you're needing. So if your physical rest is your need, like a nap, movement might be what it is that you need. Maybe it's yoga nidra, where you're just laying there and it feels fabulous. Or maybe it's restorative yoga, or maybe you love that power yoga and it energizes you. I'm not one of those people. Mental, scheduling breaks, putting it onto your phone, spending time in nature. Sensory, unplug, put on those blue light glasses. Creative, doodle, come to a coloring social, read something inspiring. Emotional journaling, freely expressing yourself. Maybe you have a blog that you write, or maybe you have a wonderful following of friends from all over on your Facebook page. Social, spending time with loved ones. Spiritual, reading spiritual text, meditation, a walk in the trees outside, all of those things. So that's some different ideas that you might jive for you for that section. Here's mine for the last little bit. Pilates, bed early. A course I'm working on called Charm the Room, steaming my face, putting my lashes on, dog walking, listening to podcasts, deep conditioning my hair, taking a half day off, journaling for the Shine app, early night in, a dance party in the shower, all of these types of things, micro needling. Charm the Room is a course under the School of Self-Image, is the life coaching one that I've been doing. They do have a wonderful podcast that is free if you want to give her a shot. I find it awesome. Now, I think the author of this beautiful list on the left is actually with us today, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw your name, Joelle. So I love this. I almost did this for our activity today, where she literally listed out all the self-care ideas and then plugged them in. I think that this is a brilliant idea. And honestly, I may use this one time for us to be able to culminate and all of us use that hive brain to write it together. Tanya's doing the art of discipline. Awesome. So someone else who is a fan of the School of Self-Image. Shopping section. You can take a photo of it, take it to the grocery store with you if you're using it for a shopping list. I do that. It could be clothing that you want, a packing list. What's in your fridge so you don't eat leftovers that are 7 days old and give yourself food poisoning? Or what's in the fridge as of, I have these 3 things, what can I make with it for dinner? Subscriptions, bills coming out. Someone mentioned last week they make a little tiny baby bingo board where they chop it off. So I thought that was really good. Or maybe you or someone, I think Reverend Joy sometimes uses it for a prayer list. Maybe you can say in there acts of service. You could totally do it that way for sure. But if that doesn't work for you, why not try scheduling time to worry? Gretchen Rubin definitely talks about this a lot, of keeping your worry list. So once it's out of your head, you can go to sleep or you can put it onto the side. So that's another way to be able to utilize this. Here's some of the examples of mine. One, a traditional shopping list and watch list together. And then this time I'm going to use it to write down new moves that I'm learning to use in my classes and any of the formats that I teach. Aqua, whatever, mat Pilates, whatever, reformer, whatever. I think it's going to make me feel accomplished, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm doing the same things over and over again. And so when I actually see it, I think it's going to give me a little boost. And so that's why I'm trying that for the week. And then Victoria, I love that acts of service, one for a husband, family member, and a friend. That's really awesome. The last section before I show you some more amazing examples is I am loving. And for me right now, I am loving the beautiful weather we've been having. I know in Northern California, we need the rain. But since I'm not feeling 100% still, my energy's low, this beautiful sunshine has just been feeling wonderful. I'm going to show you some other examples here. Tanya Lee's podcast, that the one everyone's talking about, is School of Self-Image. It was formerly French Kiss Life. I love these. You can tell they definitely made them really fun and festive for Valentine's Day. So one person on the left, if you're here, chime in. They were using it for their affirmations and then valuing their worth under the other. Phone calls. And I love that sticker, family, hugs, smiles. And they're loving getting through their list of things to do. I mean, these setups are absolutely beautiful. I show you mine too, so that you don't feel like it has to be beautiful to work, because mine are not pretty. If I'm lucky, if I'm getting a sticker on there. The one on the right, it looks like she is using it as her study guide. She's listing out her Sonder Social, and it's probably my guess is she's listing the things that she is doing for herself that day after the fact. She's putting a sticker right over that shopping list. She doesn't need it this week. Instead of like buying something she doesn't need, she just put a sticker on it. And being imperfect. I love that. Next, one more awesome example here. They're using it as a tarot card pull. And then they listed out those 7 types of rest and wrote it down using that act of service. Victoria, this is absolutely beautiful. She's doing something for Michael. I'm assuming that is your significant other, or maybe a child, family, and friends. And then that she's doing her studying that she talked about earlier. This is so pretty. Your penmanship is really beautiful. I always am like, I hope they can read what I wrote. Now, the last couple of times I talked about celebrating, we celebrated ourselves with our celebrating list. But this is the week's holidays, and I'll leave this up here for little things that you might want to celebrate with a wonderful quote. I'm going to put some music on and give you some time to work. Okay, beautiful people. I know we're running out of time. I just want to throw these up on the screen really quick. If you're looking for what a weekly setup looks like for me, I definitely use mine as a scheduling. And here's someone else's beautiful journal that they absolutely did a bang up job on. Can you imagine opening that every day? I would feel so organized and good about my life. So we're coming to a close. If you're comfortable, we do love seeing your work on the app. Obviously, I've screenshotted a lot of the people who are here. It really does help others. If you're comfortable, throw it up there. If you're not, there's no hard feelings. Just do what feels good to you. And as far as the daily holidays, there is an email list that someone talked about in the app. But if you Google the daily holidays, you can find it. If you're not in the app, don't forget we got it available here. Open up your camera, hover over, it opens. You don't have to be a part of the app to be a part of the social, but it does add to the fun. And then last but not least, we do look at these surveys. We cut the rosebud thorn out of the weekly because you said it was too rushed. Try to give you a little more time today, give you more examples. We read it, we love it. We want to do the best we can for you. Thank you for spending your night with us. And if you are not someone who uses a QR code, an email survey will come out as well. And Jennifer already threw the link in there. Thank you, Sonder fam. We love you so much. We enjoy spending time with you, and we get as much from you as you get from us, or probably more. So without further ado, let's put it out with a little bit of feel good gorilla. We'll stick around till the end of the song. If you have any questions, throw them in there.
Said it's breaking down on a camel's back. stepping in harder this year. Yeah, been repping in harder this year. Watch me as I gravitate. Ha 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 ha. Yo, we gon' ghost town, this Motown with your sound. You in the blink, gon' bite the dust, can't fight with us. With your sound, you kill the ink, so don't stop, get it until you chat ahead and watch the way I navigate.
Windmill for the land, I'm forever hand in hand. Take it all out on your stride. It is taking voting land. Love forever, love is freely. Time forever, you and me. Windmill for the land is everybody in.
Don't stop, get it. Deep higher captains in it, steady, watch me navigate. Don't stop, get it. Deep higher captains in it, steady, watch me navigate.